Hello, beautiful souls. Missy Rivers with you. I just went on my Facebook page and said that I was going to do a live and broadcast it to my YouTube channel. I've felt the need to do a little bit of a live video or just a video for you guys in general today, and just to discuss a few things. So jump on and let me know what you think about what I'm about to discuss. Really keen to hear your comments and your opinions. Also really keen to hopefully impart some wisdom and give you some advice on some stuff and how you work with your resources. Yeah, it's very important. The things that I learn while I am actually working as a psychic medium, the lessons every day. There are so many lessons every day. So let me know if you're watching live. Let me know if you're watching in the replay, and let's comment. I'll comment either way. So I hope you're doing really well. I am just going to sip along with my tea. So I've made a honey lemon tea just to enjoy it. I'm just going to take it real chill tonight and just want to do a little check-in and touch base with you guys. So I want to talk about investment and investing. Yeah, but don't worry, I'm not talking about money. When we think humans, when we people think about investing, we're conditioned to think, oh, money, are we looking at, do I invest in property? Do I invest, in the stock market? Or they're an investor, all of that. Hi, Lisa. Hello, lovely. It's so nice to have you here. So, we're talking about investing. We're talking about, financials, like, the actual fiscal stuff. My concern with the current climate and people's attitude with their life and their time and energy is they're not really equating it to what an investment is. Yeah. So just a little story. I'm curious how you guys went during maybe the lockdowns. Where have you been going for the last few years? I've noticed a trend, and the trend I've noticed is the last couple of years that people have gone through this massive energy shift in their life, that they are now faced with putting in so much more effort than they already had. You already put in so much more effort with their friends and family. But the second they started to withdraw that effort, no one made effort for them. Let me know if you're one of these people. So I'm curious, and it got me thinking, and, I've experienced this myself, guys. I'm a single mom, and during the pandemic and the lockdowns, I had really good friends, and not one of those really good friends ended up like saying, hey, how are you? Are you okay? Like, you're by yourself for months on end. Do you need anything? So it can be very disheartening, right? But I'm curious whether, there's a lot of people out there and they're taking this on board and going, oh, well, it is what it is, or I'll just leave it there. Or how are you handling this? Because if you were to literally look at this from a business point of view or a fiscal point of view, you would say, I am going to invest $100 into a scenario. I'm going to bet $100, invest it, right? There's no guarantee that investment is going to come back to me. So there's certain questions you're going to have to ask yourself, right? Is it a good bet? Well, you don't know until you try. So you need to ask yourself information like, well, does it feel like it's good? Use your intuition. Is it something that's going to connect with you? Do you think it has longevity, or is it a short investment? Does it bring value or joy to your life? And would a good investment be if you gave a situation $100? Would you expect a profit. What if you had $100 and you gave that over to a situation, and within 3 months, for example, you only got $2 back. You lost like $98. That you would tell yourself, not a good investment. I'm probably not explaining this the way I thought I would in my mind. I was like preparing myself, like, yeah, I'm going to talk about investment, I'm going to talk about energy. But basically, you guys get the gist is what I'm trying to say, is you must invest properly with your finances. So why don't we think about that when it comes to our time and our energy? Because there's nothing more valuable than our time and our energy. It is literally the most valuable currency there is and ever will be. Our time and our energy, it's so precious. So I just want to encourage you guys to really ascertain whether a person, a situation, or circumstances in your life really do deserve your time and energy. And that's okay if they deserve a little bit, but do they deserve everything? Is a person in your life going to be a good investment? And if they're a good investment, that's fine. But is it short-term investment? Okay, I can put up with, their cranky moods. I've just met this person. I put up with their cranky moods, and they're not very nice to speak to, but they actually have really good business sense. So I'm going to put up with them for a week because I only have to deal with them for 2 weeks. I have to see them for a week, and then 1 week after they're going to give me some stuff, and it's all going to work out. That's okay. You're getting something back of value that's going to support you and nurture your journey. But if you're going to be, give to your family, your friends, to acquaintances, to everything else, and it doesn't give back to you, you really need to look at how you're managing energy and your time. What is of value? What makes you feel good? And what is going to contribute to your future in a very positive way? I really encourage you guys to do that. I have had a chance to be involved with a new friendship group recently, and one of the beautiful, lovely people, it was a group of women, I think there was maybe 10 or 12 women, I'm not sure. Someone needed help and they weren't with their family. So she had to go and attend to some things. So the group of women actually said, okay, well, their family, still has bills, and she still, the kids have still got to do some stuff with school and all of this other things. And the mum's not there. She's got family things to attend to in a different state. So what are we going to do? What would we want to have done for us? So the group pulled together. It was organized by one amazing person, but pulled together and organized, okay, who's going to do drop-offs? Who's going to do a care pack? Who's going to do dinner drop-off? And literally that entire group banded together and organized meals for this family and organized care packages, and went over and had plays with the kids to make sure they still had socializing and away from their schooling, and there's so much stuff. And that really showcased to me what value is still out there if you find the right people. That being said, it can hurt us at times when our family and our friends, we hold them in such high regard, and we want to be a priority for them. We genuinely want to be a priority. We want to be seen by the people we hold dear. But sometimes they lose track, or sometimes they find themselves into a cycle of taking us for granted. Yeah, I can tell you now, anyone who watches this, I get affected by the readings I do sometimes, well, actually all the time, because it's so powerful, it's so raw, and it's so emotive. When I do readings for people and their passed over loved ones come in, they never, not once, have ever said, oh, I wish I had have owned more cars, or I wish I had have done this, or I wish I had have, cleaned my house more, or not once. I think you know where I'm going with this, right? They always say, I wish I had spent more time with my family. I wish I had been more honest. I wish I wish I had have communicated. I wish I had have loved more and assumed less and invested in the things that actually mattered. So I ask you guys all moving forward to kind of reevaluate where your energy and your time is going. So on the giving and receiving, are you in a position where you are giving far too much and the investment's not coming back to you? And this is in no way trying to push you guys to say, well, I need to cut people out of my life. I'm not saying that at all. I think the more the merrier, as long as it's holding value. But you need to make sure you are currently aware of what that value is and where it falls in your hierarchy of priorities. So if someone is give to you, and you cannot even muster an answer of the phone call, that okay, we need to either have a conversation with that person, or are you the person who's giving, and they can't even pick up the phone? You know, you may have, contacted them 10 times. Hey, how are you? Just checking in. Hope you're okay. Keen for a catch up. Can I do anything for you? You know, people surprise us, don't they? They really surprise us. When we have darkest days, we think it's going to be certain people on our list that we think we hold dear, but then those ones may not be there. And then it's other people that really can showcase their true character, which is a pleasant surprise. But it can be bittersweet at times, Yeah, really interesting. Okay. So true. Yeah. Hi, Shami. I'm drinking out of the cup, Shami. It's my favorite. We who have, this kind of personality, always give and don't expect anything back, and therefore don't notice. Yeah. And I say this to Shami because I kind of had to learn this the hard way over the last, couple of years, but more so the last couple of months. It's really hit home for me. And I had it, a very confronting energy and experience, and people who I'm interacting with have actually told me, like, do you know you never asked for help? Do you know that you actually you were struggling with, for example, the groceries, and I had something under here and something under there, and big thing, and then two people walking by literally saying, oh, can we give you a hand? I'm like, no, it's okay, I'm fine, very stoic. But really I needed help, right? Even little things like that, like carrying something. What is it that prevents us from saying, yes, actually, I do need help? And we were talking with my women's group, the beautiful, group that helped each other out before, about vulnerability and why that's so important with us in today's society. Why don't we want to appear vulnerable? I know I certainly don't want to appear vulnerable. I can carry groceries in, but they were there. It was a big deal. And are we holding people back in our life that actually could hold more value? And if so, why? Why do we hold people at bay when they could bring so much more value and so much more energy to our life? Are we afraid that we wouldn't have more time to give to that? And if so, maybe we need to withdraw from other avenues, yeah? So I had a bit of a realization over the last 12 months where I organized an event, and I had a few friends not come to that event, but they didn't tell me they weren't coming. So I planned it, and I ordered extra drinks, and I got extra food, and I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be great. And the people did not even show up. They didn't even let me know that they weren't coming. And I was really upset about this. I was like, wow, I thought we were actually really, really close. I thought we were really good friends. And that was kind of the turning point for me of, okay, so now I need to really, really reevaluate. And what that means for me is I need to hold respect for myself as hard as that is to do, because we want friends, we're social beings, we're community beings, we want to live in villages, we want to have friends, family, we want to have this amazing social life, and we want to be the star, or we want to be the rock, or we want to be the life of the party, or we want to be in the zone. It's always nice to have a good jam with people. Of course you do want that. And you have to reevaluate this at some point, right? Where you go, okay, I've hit this point. I really needed them to be there for me, or I thought they would have been there, or at least communicated. So now in this scenario, I actually had to do a reevaluation of, am I giving too much? So what am I telling myself? What am I showing myself in my self-worth, my self-respect, my self-love, if they couldn't even muster in a text message to me saying, hey, really sorry, wish we could be there, can't come? Where I was like sitting there in like this scenario for like 2.5 days waiting for them to show up or message me and be like, yeah, we're on our way, we've got extra drinks and all that stuff. They didn't even message. So I had to really go through that zone of grief. So guys, be prepared that you will experience the 5 stages of grief with this realization. And that's okay too. That's like a rebirth of your awakening as well. So don't stress about it, and prepare yourself for the emotions. Let me know if you guys have gone through this. This is really important about your time and your money. Your time and your energy investment. It's far more worthy than money investments as far as I'm concerned. So I had to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I approach this? Because I really want these people in my life. I really want to be friends with them still, have great memories with them. But what do I do now? I am back and not on holidays anymore for this weekend. What do I do? Do I message them and say, hey, where were you? Are you okay? Do I just wait for them to contact me? I was in a real pickle. So I ended up just messaging saying, hey, is everything okay? But I actually knew everything was okay for them because they had been contacting someone else. And very interesting enough, I had to go, all right, well, I'm just going to withdraw a little bit, because I actually do a lot for these people. These are people in my life that would literally, if they had a bad day one day, I would go shopping the night before and then go over to their house in the morning and make them a full breakfast, literally give them foot massages and be like, hey, what else can I do for you? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling great? Like, I really want to be a good friend to you, because I know this really changes your outlook on things. And, you've got this, little powwows and all of that stuff, writing little notes, in their house for them to find, just to cheer them up, right? Strictly just friendship. But very interesting that I did all that and I walked away with nothing. And this person didn't even respond to me when I said, hey, are you okay? Very interesting having that confrontation of, that confronting energy of, what is my investment? I now need to redirect that investment and all that time and energy back into yourself. You guys need to do this as well, thinking about what you're doing, who you're doing it with. Is it too much? Do you need to adjust it, withdraw it completely, or adjust it a little? Maybe have a conversation saying, hey, I'd really like for you to meet me in the middle here. Reevaluating that, because if this was your money, if this was literally your money, you would be broke. And you need to start looking at your time and your energy as though it is a monetary system, and looking at it like, okay, shit, this is actually not good. We're wasting money here. We're going to go into the red. We're going to go into the black. So you have to really think about that and look at it from that perspective. Yeah. I'm reading Tracy's comment here. She said, oh, hi, Tracy, by the way. Some take and are energy vampires. So that leads me to my next point, guys. And yes, there are energy vampires out there, especially empaths are aware of that, right? I definitely get that. But when it comes to, energy vampires, they're a fact of life, and sometimes they don't even know they are doing it. They don't know that they are becoming energy vampires and sucking you dry, kind of deal. So that comes back to you as well. It really does. It comes back to your ability to withdraw, communicate effectively, and hold your boundaries firm, knowing what the boundaries need to be. And the boundaries will be interchangeable. The boundaries with a family member and a friend will be different, So, I have a family member that might say something to me and I really don't like it, but, that just grinds you, it's like, I just really didn't like that one. I just want to triggers you. But they're in, you know what I mean? So we're going to take that little hit. It's like a long-term investment. So you're going to take a little hit in the blip because there is a history there. There is already a large amount of investment. They've invested in you. You invested in them. You're both aware that it's a long term. So it's very important. But if it's a short-term one, right? So if a family member said, hey, you're annoying me today, just get out of my face, that's not nice. But if it's from a family member, we tend to take it, okay, I'm going to cop that hit today, but, next week we'll just start fresh. But if that was from someone that you've just met, there's literally no investment or no energy exchange already. So that's kind of like, well, this is a warning sign, right? This is a warning sign. There's no prerequisite. There's no foundation built there already. So I say this saying that you have to ask yourself these questions. Do they hold value? Is it going to be long-term? That being said, if a family member or anyone who's got longevity in your life actually has, a bit of an attitude with you every single time, that's not a good investment either, just because they're blood. That's when you hold that boundary firm and say, thanks so much. I'm going to hold you at a distance now because it is really an investment of my time and energy, and I need to spend it well. You do not throw energy and time away. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to have a little read of the comments now, guys. I hope I'm explaining it okay. Probably should have set the intention before I went on to communicate well. I didn't do that. My bad. So Tamika said, it's great when the energy vampires come out and it's so draining. Oh. Sometimes you don't realize you've been sucked until, you spend days tired and unable to get to bed. Yeah, it does happen that way sometimes, yeah. Yeah, Juanita, hello, lovely. Yeah, okay, it's beautiful. So Juanita's just had a baby, everyone, and it's the most beautiful little baby. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Congratulations, sister. So guys, it's really important. I need you to move forward in your life from now. And, especially the people who watch me, I know a large portion of you guys are actually empaths. And I know these days people throw this crap around and I'm over the terminologies too much. Like, I'm a light worker, I'm a star child and I'm an indigo child. Like, can we just cut it and just say, hey, I'm an empath, or I'm not very sensitive. And that's okay too. We all have our place. It's nothing major. But seriously, a lot of you guys are empaths, which means you're empathic and you feel very deeply. You feel very strongly, very sensitive energy, very sensitive to other people's emotions and physicality. So guys, you must have better boundaries than the average person because you are more sensitive than the average person. I've heard so many times from other people that, I don't really have any friends. And I ask, well, why? What's going on? And they say, well, I just thought I was putting in so much effort. Like, I was the person who was always organizing something. I was always reaching out. I was always doing that effort, right? And then I just thought I'd stop one day. I've heard this story time and time again over readings, even some of my family and friends. Like, I've just heard this story, like, you're the only person I ever see. I'm like, oh, why is that? Oh, I just don't really want to do that anymore because no one actually makes the effort for me. If I don't make the effort to have a catch up or have the party or send a text message, no one actually reaches out. And that's so sad, but it seems to be the reality. Gone are the days where friends reach out and they actually make effort, genuine effort, which is why I was so amazed about that female group. I was like, these are my chickie babes. Like, this is like an army of women coming together to support this one woman who needed help. And it was just like, no questions asked. Okay, she needs us. Who's on the roster? You do lunch, I'll do dinner, you go play with the kids, you sort this out. It was just amazing. And I was like, I need to be part of these women more. And that was really good. But that is a few and far between story, which is a very sad reality. So, guys, just be very aware of your time and of your energy, because it is a very valuable commodity. Every spirit I've ever spoken to always says, I wish I had more time. They never said, I wish I had more money. So choose the people that you have in your life very wisely, and make sure that you're getting a return on your investment. And that's not a selfish thing, guys. It's really not. It's definitely beautiful to give. And I think that everyone should always give. But be very mindful. If you're giving and giving and giving, that's amazing. Keep doing that. But then always stop and go, okay, I've been doing this for a little while. Is this making me feel good? And is this actually returning? Like, have I given a little bit too much and then they actually starting to take me for granted? That happens all the time for me. I don't know how you guys go, but all the time. And I've just said to a friend today, I'm like, I'm done being taken for granted. I'm so done with it. And I know you guys are feeling about this too. This is why I wanted to talk to you about this, that your energy and your time has to be invested in the right area. Otherwise, what happens? We have a depleted well and we have nothing else to fill ourselves up. And then by all accounts, you're like there in the middle of the night going, hey, would really like a friend right now, but where are they? You've given so much and everyone's been sorted out, but then where are your friends? Where are your people? So make sure you are looking after yourself, beautiful people. Know that I am here for you and I'm happy to meet your effort with effort. But that's something that's really important. And maybe it's a little motto that you can adopt. So meet effort with effort. That's not a bad thing. It's not selfish. It's just, okay, meet effort with effort. You message me, I'll message you. That's great. Okay, we're doing a little friendship dance here. You know, we're having common respect. And by you respecting the relationship, you're respecting yourself and vice versa. Making sure that you're holding space for yourself. Otherwise, you won't be able to attract any friendships, any social circles, any quality family connections as well, if you don't have the self-respect and self-worth for you. It's a really big deal. So make sure they're good investments. We've all made a few bad ones. We must learn from them. So guys, let me know how this is resonating for you. I'll look at the comments now. Hi, Dennis. Hi. It's so nice to see you. Guys, Dennis is from the Netherlands. It was so nice to do your reading the other day, Dennis. Dennis Vandermeer. Yes, it's so cool to do a live at this time because it's the good time difference, right, Dennis? Yeah, cool. Does anyone have any questions that we want to like branch off and maybe stories to share, and I can pull it up? So pull this. I could do this. I forget that I can always do the actual comments on the screen. Is anyone feeling like this? Is anyone feeling like what I'm talking about, where I've experienced this through readings where people are seeing like I just don't know what, either kind of like what's wrong with them, or they don't know why their friends aren't making effort. Yeah, really interesting. It's sad, isn't it? But it's really important that you find your people, because if you keep investing in the wrong pools, then you won't actually find the right investment for you. Yeah. Hi, Liv. Little Livy. Hi, Liv. So Tracy says, Shami says, I think we've all been through this in our lives. Yeah. It's important that we don't make it a theme though, guys. It's obviously going to happen, you know, through our lives once in a while, but make sure it's not a theme, and make sure it's not going to be all consuming, because this scenario and this bad investing of your time and your energy can lead to some serious mental health and emotional health issues and well-being. So it can really affect people. So make sure you're looking after you guys. Yeah. So Tracy says 100% spot on. 100% spot on. There are some, I don't know, when they get off you, but when shit hits the fan, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, they run and scatter. Yeah, yeah. So we, need to make sure we're investing in people with character and stability. And what is that saying? Was it from Marilyn Monroe, or I really don't know, so don't quote me here. But it is a quote saying that if you're not there for the rainy days, you can't enjoy me for the sunny ones. If you're not there for my hard times, you can't be there for my good. My best. Yeah. We also need to remember that we are all different and shouldn't expect generosity back from everyone. That's so true, Shami. It's so true. My guides told me a little while ago, like, people who are giving and naturally have empathic connections, like, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. And we have this expectation, and it's not a bad thing. It's like, oh, well, I'm generous, so of course they would be. Of course. And we assume that everyone is as lovely as what we are. And it's not always the case. So, and then we feel hard done by to some point. But then if you're making this a theme, then it could lead to some serious consequences. So I encourage you guys. So what about good investments? Let's talk about some good investments. Anyone had some really good investments for their time and energy that's really paid off? Obviously your kids, maybe. Yeah, it's a huge investment. Huge investment of time and energy. So I know that's a massive investment for time and energy. I know I would I get my return on that every day. Every time he giggles or gives me a cuddle or says, "Mummy, I love you." Oh my gosh. I'll up the value of that investment. Yes, please. Yeah. Family is definitely, yeah. This is why we have so many people. Imagine if your family wasn't actually a good investment. So that's why we have some people around that, not feeling super fantastic about themselves or about, yeah, that's nice. Family. Okay. I'll just assume that, but I never know. Yeah. Just keep in mind that I need to invest less in the next person. Oh, that's actually a really good point, Dennis. So if we were looking at this like in the stock market, for example, make sure you think about this. If you were investing in like a stock, specific stock in wheat, and the wheat went down and you're like, actually, no, would you withdraw completely? Would you be shied away? Like, would you go, or would you go, okay, well, I'm just not going to go into the wheat anymore, but I'll go into rice, or I'll go into oats, or, or whatever it is. Because we as humans, some of us tend to go, okay, well, I'm not going to repeat that bad habit now. I don't want to be scarred. I don't want to repeat this this cycle again. So make sure you don't paint everyone with the same brush, but you do need to learn the lesson to some extent. So maybe don't just shy away or invest less, yeah, in the next person, Dennis, but maybe just start out slower, yeah. Really read the person, get to know them a little bit more, invest slowly. And I actually do this, and I say this to people, when it comes to my super, I had this actual financial broker who would work with me, and he did like a personality test, and it like you tick all these different boxes, like 200 different questions and whatever. And the result was, for me, my result was 50-50. I was like 50% risky, 50% safe. And that's how we were going to do my money and my super, right? And I actually happen to find that that's actually a really good balance to work life off, right? So when you're going to invest in anything, especially people or time, energy, situations, businesses, all of that, it's okay. In fact, it is smart to go a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit more. So you don't have to go big or go home, especially, it's like, oh, I meet someone, oh my God, I love you so much, I'll give you all my time and energy. It's kind of like love bombing, so you don't want to do that, but you also won't get that back straight away. So you won't get that investment back straight away. Hi, Gypsy. So Tracy says, have found a very few close friends, give and take. Yeah, and that's what perfect. Yeah. Yay. Oh, I'm gonna love. And now we have to make sure we're showing those people. Now, are we redirecting the energy that we would have had for others to those people? So for Shami, it was her family, making sure, that they're all loved and cared for. I'm sure she's gorgeous, Shami. Oh, she's beautiful. So in Tracy, oh, sorry, that's not the one I want. And so Tracy, you've got your friends there. They're there for 24/7. Yeah, so Dennis is a natural giver, so it's hard for me to turn that off. I get it. I really do. Yeah, I really, really do. If anyone's ever met me, like who's in my close circles, my family actually laughs at me sometimes because I'll be out in the shops and I'll see something and I'll think of a person or I'll do something and I will bring them up like, oh, are you home? Oh, yeah, I'm home. All right, well, I'm just going to pop by. Oh, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't want anything. I just found some soap that reminded me of your perfume. So I thought you'd want it. So I bought it for you. And they're like, okay, weirdo. It's like, to me, that's really normal. I'm like, I don't want anything. Yeah. I just want to give you this because it reminded me of you. But are we able to receive? Because when that person tried to help me with my groceries and I had like freaking 500 different things coming out and I was falling apart and I couldn't open the door and all of that. And yeah, I couldn't allow myself to receive help. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I've got this. Very interesting. So are we allowing the give and take energy coming through too? So is that an energy block in itself? So, yeah. Yes, it's definitely a balancing act, investing. So we need as a soul sister. I'm sure we've had a past life together. I'm sure of it. Balancing act, investing in family and friends, exhausting at times. I just hope the investment in my friends is significant enough to sustain when catch-ups, yes, are few and far between. And that's another thing too. Isn't it a saying like, a true friendship is true when you can go a long time without speaking and there's no grudges held, or it feels like you just go back into the thing. This is how I feel about you, Juanita. So we go long times without actually chatting. You're always on my mind. And I often think of you. And I just like, if I saw you in the street, I just like 1,000 times hug and just like, hey, what's going on? Let's go have a chat, do your thing, catch up. So do you have those friends? Do you guys have those friends or those people in your life? Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. I'm very aware of people now. Lost my true friends. Yeah. And that's true too, isn't it? So it's kind of like you're losing an investment, all that time and energy putting in. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's a lot of empaths watching here. So Dennis was saying it's hard for you to, turn that off for you. It's so true. I definitely get that, Dennis. And Shami's agreeing, yes, I find it difficult to receive. And yet, why? So if we were to take this scenario, for example, from Shami, the whole difficult to receive. I actually got cranky at someone. I got cranky a few times when people reject my giving. Because my love language is acts of service. It's not always gift giving, but it's like acts of service, like let me do this for you, or let me make you dinner, or let me rub your feet, or all of that. My friends too, like I literally will go over to their house and say, hey, I'm coming, making you dinner, rub your feet, and then I'll go. You don't have to do a thing. And that's me saying, hey, I love you, right? But if someone did that to me, they're like, hey, I'm coming over to cook you dinner and rub your feet. I'm like, no thanks. Why? That sounds amazing. Like inside my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's all my dreams coming true. This is great. Can you do the dishes too? But I would be like, no thanks, it's okay. You don't have to do that. And yet I would not bat an eyelid about doing it for someone else. And I know you're the same, Charmy. So why? What's the block? Maybe that's a question we need to ask ourselves. What's the block in allowing us to receive what we actually give? There's an affirmation that I did on my Reclaim Your Energy event not too long ago. And Shami, you were on it. Yeah. So something, maybe a little reminder for you, Shami, and something for everyone else who's watching this or will watch this. There's an affirmation that's really good to go with this. And the affirmation is, and you can say it 3 times aloud. I am worthy of receiving as much as I give. I am worthy of receiving as much as I give. I am worthy of receiving as much as I give. It's a really big one, and not a lot of people allow themselves to do that. So, and look, I'm working on it, babes. I am. I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm getting there. Someone said something to me the other day, like, "I'll give you a hand." I think it was with my washing machine. Yes, it was with my washing machine. So this man came to deliver my new washing machine, and he was literally paid to like extra money to bring it in, install it, and then take the other one out, right? And do all that. And I'm sure other people, I'm not sure how everyone else goes, like normal people, takers, would go and be like, okay, cool, they've been paid for that. I know, yeah. But what happened was I literally walked out to the truck and I was like, oh, cool, I'll give you a hand. And I helped him pull it in on the trolley. Then I helped him take it out of the box, and then I helped him with the tools and, did the little thin nuts and bolts and all of that. And then, yeah, when it came to the one getting taken out, I helped him. Like, I was like, oh, what do you want me to do here? And I told a family member that I did this, and she's like, why? Why did you do that? And I was like, just because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. Like, it was just my instinct. I didn't think not to do it, And I'm like, they're a paid professional. They're supposed to do this for you. I was like, okay, yeah, I probably should have thought about that. But it was not in my nature to just let this stranger come and do heavy lifting in my house and then not try and help. So yeah, very interesting how you naturally want to do this. So setting that boundaries and, allowing yourself and be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Would you like a glass of water? Rather than, putting yourself in that position to, always be exhausted. You're allowing yourself to receive. Tracy says 100% can go without seeing or talking to friends far away. Yeah. Just like picking up from yesterday. My honey and lemon, my organic limes and organic honey with hot water. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. That's nice. Kevin. You guys having a little chat there. It's nice. Yeah, so it's really important, guys. And I know it's important to watch this energy exchange that's going on in and around you and what you're doing with your time and your energy. So many reasons, for your mental health, your emotional health, your well-being, but literally take it from a medium. When you're not here anymore, your regrets will lie in the good energy that you didn't have a chance to give to the people and the situations that really gave back to you and that you really loved. Because I happen to feel that if someone really loves you, then they're always going to make the effort. The bittersweet thing is sometimes we love people, good friends, for instance, and they let us down, or even when we bring it to their attention, it's kind of like, oh, well, sorry. Actions speak louder than words. So make sure that you are giving to people in the right way. Yeah. So guys, thanks for being with me. Yeah. No, I was just thinking very specifically and realizing that, it got pretty serious when I said that. I don't take messages from passed over loved ones very lightly when I pass them on. So I really want to honor that. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to be doing some workshops soon, and they're going to be online and in person. I'm keen to do some past life stuff with you guys to showcase to you how you can actually find out who and what and where you were in a past life, why you have certain triggers physically, emotionally, mentally, why you have good things and you're like, oh, I really love this kind of food and I've never been there before, for example. So I have stories to share with you and some past life stuff. So let me know if you're keen for some past life workshops. And I have some really, really exciting news about new content coming through. Just doing some final little tids and bits there, and working on some new exciting things. But I'm always wanting to tell you about it while I'm working on it. But then realizing that other people don't do that. They actually announce it when they've completed it. So I was like, oh, I just want to tell you, there's so many things happening behind the scenes. Lovely. So guys, let's just pull one card. We'll do one card readings because there's a few of you watching and I think that it's amazing that you shared the energy with me here tonight. And I really appreciate it. So I've got the Astral Tarot deck in my hands right now. So let's have a little look about, this is what it looks like. The box is beautiful. So someone said to me, oh, I really like those Astral Gate Tarot from your shop. Will you do a reading with them? So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So these are from my shop, the $22.95. And when I started using them, I was like, this is actually really pretty. Kind of like golden creamy with a black background. They're very nice to touch. So yay. All right, let's do some. Don't worry, guys. You're all going to get a reading. Let's see what you have. We'll do a one card reading. Let's tune in. See, let's go. We'll go who comments. We'll just do everyone who comments with a love heart. Yeah, a love heart. All right. Just a single love heart and I'll make sure you get a reading. Remembering, I know what people are going to do. They're going to watch this in the replay and they're going to put love hearts there. And they're going to be like, why isn't she giving me a reading? And I'm like, it's 11:06 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you don't do a love heart. Well, you can, but you're not going to get a reading from me because it's in the past. All right. So who is doing a love heart? Let's do it. Okay. Well, it was a delay. There was a delay. I love all the different colors. I knew Juanita would be the first. Okay, beautiful. So we'll go Juanita. Let's just start some guides for Juanita. Oh, I'm getting tingles all here. Very interesting. Let's just start some guides for Juanita. Juanita. Okay. Oh, Juanita. Okay. Ooh, very heavy energy, not in a bad way, but just in a lot going on. Now, there's two things for you, lovely, and I happen to remember and know that you're a Sagittarius, right? So a lot of fiery energy, a lot of fire signs. You're actually like the only, I think there's two Sagittarians in my life that I literally actually get along with, and you are one of them. The friend Amy is another. So yeah, really weird, and you're beautiful. So very interesting. I say you're Sagittarius because you pulled the 10 of Wands as your card, right? And that is hugely indicative of too much on your plate. This is a big load, heavy load. As I tune into your energy, lovely, I literally get dizzy. Okay, so it's a big energy there. Yes, I am Jane. Yeah, make sure you put a love heart, and then I'll get you one. Yep. So lovely. It's a lot on your plate. Make sure you are, they're saying sieving through what you need to sift through and leave the rest. You really do need to make sure your priorities are where they need to be. So don't overwhelm yourself more than what you need to, especially with the new baby. Make sure you're enjoying that. And you know that, like I know you know this before. So your mental clarity may be overwhelmed at times. But also your ability to have genuine rest and avoid people who are going to cause mental anguish for you. So, a little bit of niggling and anyone who's going to mess with your clarity of mind, give them a little bit of a wide berth for a little while, okay? You have enough on your plate, lovely. Okay, lots of love to you, lots of love. Maybe I could drive to Cairns and rub your feet. I'm going to be up there. So guys, anyone watching in Cairns in Queensland, Australia, I'm going to be up in Atherton for an expo in September. Yeah, in September. So maybe Juanita, I'll quickly drive by on the way home and give you a foot rub. I really love like caring for people. I really do. Makes me happy. But that being said, I also like to have friends and family like be nice to me as well. So yeah, that's my love language. Let me know your love languages. Yeah, that'd be cool. How do you like to or show love to people? So Dennis is next. Lots of love to you, Anita, my beautiful friend. Dennis. Message signs and guides for Dennis. From the Netherlands. I'm so privileged. Very humbled by my international clients. I have a few of them, a number of them, from Mongolia, from France, from Germany, Canada, South Africa. Okay. Dennis, your card, your one card reading is the Five of Cups. That's a very heavy emotional energy. Now, all I want you to do, and it's very simple, this is really just letting me know that, you know, emotionally kind of working through some things. And this is probably a really good chat for you to be part of, because this is all about what do you need to do in order to support yourself? What do you need to do to restore the love and the energy that you can hold for yourself? Making sure that you are using a lot of nice speaking to yourself. Like, you know, we can always do this. We can, you know, do something silly. Yeah. Oh, you idiot. And you can talking to yourself, right? But those things hit home with you really, really hard. So be nice to yourself. When you make a mistake, be kind on, oh, okay, well, everyone makes mistakes. You know, write yourself that permission slip to be silly or to make a mistake. Don't be too hard on yourself, because emotionally, this really needs to hold recovery energy for you. Yeah. There is an energy of something coming to completion emotion wise, but that might be a little bit of a, okay, confronting energy, confronting situation, but where there's endings, there's always rebirths and new beginnings. So sometimes it's actually a blessing in disguise. But you must be nice to yourself, Dennis. Be kind, be patient with yourself is very big, because that naturally affects our emotions. Being patient is good. Okay. So we're going to go through for Liv, little Livy. Okay. That's for little Livy. Little Livy. Okay. Ooh, okay. Liv, are you in a relationship at the moment? Very interesting. So the Knight of Cups is what you've pulled here, lovely. The Knight of Cups, and we actually have a very fast energy. This is emotionally stable. No, what would you probably say stable? Emotionally virile. Emotionally virile and keen, younger person. So someone who has a lot of love in their heart, someone who's really eager to connect. I'm just going to quickly check the comments. Yeah, if you have a significant other, very interesting, but something's going to happen very fast. Now, if you are single, lovely, I do apologize if you've told me and I've forgotten. Memory's not what it once was. So if you're single, prepare yourself for perhaps a nice date or a person of interest coming through very quickly. This is super fast energy. This is someone who's going to come into your life in the next week. And if you are partnered, this is an energy that's going to take place in that partnership within the next week. Yeah. So very nice. That's a really nice energy. Yes. Allow yourself. Oh, this is a good energy. Good mix from this. Allow yourself to receive the love and the nurture that this person offers you. Allow yourself, give yourself permission. So, yay. Okay, so we're going to go to Tracy. Lots of love to you, lovely, my Cancerian friend. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Hot energy. Lots of energy. Very hot. Whew. Okay. A couple of years away from menopause, let's hope. So there's a lot of energy going on here. So Tracy, you've got a major arcana here, and I wouldn't expect anything less. And the major arcana is judgment. Yeah, there is literally an energy going on in your life, and I'm being shown as I look at the card the digit 8. So next 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. I believe it's the next 8 days. Yeah. So I'm being asked. I'm asking the guides when I'm tuning into the actual cards, when I do this for you guys, the immediate future. What do you guys need to know right now? You know, no good telling me in a year. We want to know now, please. So lovely. We know what's going on. We know what that kind of means between you and I, that there's judgment going on. There is deliberations. There is decisions. There is people and stakeholders and people at work behind the scenes. There will be someone making an actual judgment, and it will be a masculine energy. And his word or his decision will be final. It'll be intellectual. It'll be based on facts and evidence. So whatever's the situation, make sure you do provide all facts and all evidence in order to be considered for victory. Yeah, that's what I would say. Lots of love and good luck to you. I know if justice has its way, you will be the victor. Yeah, in all ways. Okay, Shami. Okay, Shami. I'm so excited. Shami is coming up for my psychic development course, and I'm so excited to have you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, Shami, a white love heart. That's beautiful. A white love heart, very pure, just like you, Shami. There's Aries, like my favorite Aries. Okay, Shami. Ooh. Very interesting. So Shami, there's a little bit of confusion around you about how to move forward on something. This is interesting. It's almost like you have multiple tasks to do and options before you, but then that in itself is naturally creating this confusion energy. It's like, oh, well, I know I want to do this, but then which way do I go? So, for example, if I were to put this into like a literal term, right? It's like where are you? You're here. Oh, sorry. You want to be here. You're on a mountain, right? And you're like, but there's so many different ways, like 10 different pathways to get there. Which path do I choose? Which one's going to either be the fastest or the most valuable or the most nourishing? Which one's going to teach me the most? It's like everything has a different journey, but it gets me to the same destination. But which path? So that's going to add a little bit of confusion. Look, at the end of the day, at least you get to your destination. Yeah, that's always a really good thing. Giving. Yeah, beautiful. So I'm going to talk about the love languages before you guys go, just so you know. So there's a bit of confusion around you, lovely. The reason I say that is because you do have the 7 of Cups. I should have shown you that before. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So a little bit of confusion. This is like, yes, I want to have something emotionally fulfilling, but then how do I actually achieve that? How do I have my cake and eat it too? And that in itself is confusing. So be aware that not all paths are fantastic. Some of them will be rougher than others, and others will have more value or might be a little bit smoother on their trails. So choose your path wisely and look after your little journey there, but don't fret about not getting to your end destination, because you will. Okay. So we're going to go through for Kevin. Kev, hello. Oh, I know that blue heart. I get it. That's nice. Kev. Okay. Kev, you've got a major arcana, the Star, okay? This is a pretty big deal here. This is huge. This is about spiritual awakening, and when you say awakening, you're already awake, but spiritual development, spiritual, aha moments and upgrading a little bit more, kind of getting into your next level and really prioritizing your spiritual growth. This is also about balance for you. Yeah, making sure that you are free, you're living a free life and it's balanced. Are you having everything in your life that you want to have? And if not, what can you do to declutter what's not worthy, and how do you move forward and move your energy the way you want it to be? So yeah, this is nice. It's moving forward in a nice direction for you, smooth and steady, making sure that you're making very specific and deliberate decisions for good outcomes for your future. And I see that happening. Yeah, very methodical. Yeah, it's good. Lots of love to you, Kev. Okay, and thanks, Shami, telling Jane to add a heart. Thank you so much, Jane. All right, so beautiful red love heart from Jane. Red love heart from Jane. Okay. Does everyone know what the what is it called? The love languages. Does everyone know what I mean when I say love languages? There's literally a principle saying 5 love languages. So, have you guys heard of that? Do you know what they are? Do you know how it works? Maybe I should do a whole nother video on love languages. All right, so go for Jane. Jane. Oh, I hope you're going to bed soon, Jane. I bet it's really cold down there, and I hope you're keeping your feet warm. I'm obsessed with socks. I'm obsessed. I'm not even kidding. Look, see? I have woolly socks on, and I'm in North Queensland. I'm in the tropics. Every night I'll have socks on. So I hope you're wearing socks, Jane, in the cold down there. Okay. Jane. There's a heavier energy coming through straight away, lovely. But this is going inwards in order to recalibrate and identify what it is that you want. A spark has been lit for you to realize, well, how do you get what you want? You know how to do that, but there's going to be some quiet time in contemplation for you to realize that, for you to action it. Sorry, you've already realized it, or you've already, started on that mental journey, that emotional journey. But it's more like about that practical. And there's no rush. You're Hierophant, so I should have said you've got the Hierophant here. Yeah. So there's a big energy here for you. There is financial prosperity, and I do mean a lot of financial prosperity, perhaps a winnings of some kind, or a new job opportunity that allows the financial abundance to flow quite freely. Very nice. I really like that. My breath immediately changes when I tune into your energy too, Jane. So I hope that you are okay. So, and I notice, guys, when we get emotional about certain things, our breathing naturally changes, and sometimes we don't even realize that it is changed before, because we're so busy in the emotion and within the moment. So just relax, breathe in. In for 4, hold for 2, out for 6, all through the nose. Do that 3 times. Really calm yourself down. That's very good. So, Jane, there is some big changes coming financially in a very nice way. Personally and spiritually and emotionally, there's some steps to be taken, and there's some pain to be felt before you move forward practically in a decision that you may have already considered but might be holding back. But there's no rush. Please don't feel like the universe is rushing you. There's absolutely no rush, my love. Okay. Shamini says gifts and giving is one of her love languages. Of course it is. You're so beautiful. Literally, guys, speaking of gifts and giving from Shami, her and Tina, the beautiful Tina and Shami, sent me this cup. So I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have beautiful clients. So I got another gift as well. Someone asked me, do you claim it as a gratuity? And I'm like, no, I don't. It's a gift. It's not, I'm not going to claim it on my tax or some shit like that. It's ridiculous. When Nita commented on 1111, What did you put? Lovely. I haven't forgotten you, Libby. Thank you for your time and energy. And a foot rub would rock, but like you, I'd be like, what the fuck? I would love to see you again soon, sister. Take care. Good night, Juanita. That's lovely. I'll definitely foot rub your feet. All right. So, Livy, little Livy. Okay. Message for you. Lovely. Message for you, Livy. The reason I ask you guys about love languages, you may or may not know, but before I even did the business and my psychic stuff full time, I had 3 different jobs all at once. But one of those jobs, and one I had for a long time when I was in my early 20s and late teens, was working at a counseling service and a crisis service. So all of my training is in trauma and, supporting people and working through how to get the best out of yourself. So, this is why I talk about self-care all the time. And I had a lot of lessons there. It was a beautiful place to work and we did a lot of good. But part of that is to learn a lot about how to set those boundaries, how to make sure you're regulating yourself and how can you support others. Very big stuff here. Okay. So Livy, we've got... You need to know your love languages in order to thrive, not just survive. So, Livy, you've actually got the 7 of Wands, yeah? Seven of Wands, I'm just trying to make sure you can actually see it properly. This is an energy of growth and potential, making sure that you are... in a position where you don't have to defend your actions, yeah, or you may feel the need to defend a financial action, yeah. So you might invest in something, you might spend something on that, and someone might, what did you do that for? I just thought we might need a, upgrade of the air conditioner, or I might need a new car, or there was something, a mark with a decision that might be made by you or around you that requires a defensive energy. And I hope that you avoid that. Yeah, there is a nice little nugget of financial prosperity coming your way. And I do say nugget because I don't want to get your hopes up, lovely, but I certainly want to put it on the radar because it feels like it could be something that is quite cute, a couple of $100, something like that. Gosh, I wish I could predict a major lotto jackpot winner for someone, right? That'd be awesome, myself included. But for you, lovely, this is a nice little, okay, that will help out this week financially. Maybe be careful about what and who and where you spend it on. If you have to explain that to anyone, you might, feel like you have to, okay. Yeah. Did I do Livy already? No. I did. I did you Livy already. You got 2 readings, Livy. Ooh, you're in an 11-year relationship. Maybe you have to explain something to your partner. All right, lots of love to you. You're welcome, Dennis. I hope you have a fantastic day over the Netherlands. Okay, lots of love. You confused me with all the love hearts, Livy, but that was so lovely. I love the love hearts. Beautiful. Tracy's spot on. Catch up. I have to catch up. Miss your face. I hope you're having a great night, lovely. Get some sleep, Tracy. Absolutely, I want to know it all, and I want to know it now. Charlie, you crack me up. I'm like that too. I'm like, thirst. Give me the knowledge. Give me the knowledge now. Get it into my brain. Beautiful. Yeah. Hey guys. So thanks, Tracy. It's a good reminder. I have a mediumship event, a psychic mediumship event, coming up in September in Townsville. So make sure that if you're in that area, make sure that you have your tickets and come and join me. It's going to be a really good night. A lot of energy there. Nice stuff. Okay. I think I have actually done everyone that did the love heart. I think rugged up like an Eskimo tonight. Hi, Robin. Hi, lovely. So you guys, I think I have done, Robin, would you like a reading? Just put a little, if you guys want a reading, just do a little love heart, just a single love heart. That's my little indication this evening to let me know that you're looking for a reading. We're just going to do one card readings, little mini ones, just to say thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll just wait a few minutes. So, okay, really quick while I'm waiting for the love hearts, because I know they're going to come in. The 5 love languages, yeah? There is 5 love languages, and they are, well, maybe I'll have to do it next time. Maybe I'll do a separate video because I've got some readings to do. All right, I just have to do a separate video. I can hear Shami. Oh. All right, sorry, Shami. All right, I'm going to go for Robin. Robin, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, okay. Yeah, financial stability, but being aware that you're not, oh, this is a big thing about give and take. Okay, so you've got the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this is for you, Robin. 6 of Pentacles. This is my new Astral Gate Tarot deck that I'm just trying out from my shop. It's really nice. So there's an energy about making sure there is a real give and take, and that you know, we're not borrowing money from Peter to pay Paul kind of deal, and we're not, you know, taking the money from the income and just putting it all on this one thing and then having nothing for anything else. So making sure that there is real being very, is it litigious? Yeah, studious. We'll say studious. Being very studious when it comes to how the money is being managed in the next 7 days. Yeah, making sure that it's really specific. So especially with a new moon energy in Leo, guys, we should all be watching our coin and flourishing, making it flourish, but also setting our intention. It's a new moon energy in Leo, making sure that everything's working out in our favor. Yeah. So lovely. Make sure that you are aware of where your money's going, where, you know, is it going to be a good investment? We're just talking about that. And making sure that you're allowing or affording yourself some you money as well, some sanity money, as my mum always calls it. So some sanity money. So, you know, do you have a chance to go get your feet rubbed? Do you have a chance to go have a nice lunch? Maybe a little bit of a pampering dinner between you and your husband. So watching your money, but making sure it is spent on things that are going to be good for the long run. But this is over the next 7 days, lovely. Yeah, nothing major. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Can't wait for your event. Yay. Will be a fun night. I'm really excited. I've done the live event, a live psychic mediumship event in Brisbane, and I held the floor for 2 hours, which was very tiring to do that. I've heard from other psychic mediums, they're like, wow, why did you hold the floor with a mediumship connection for 2 hours? That's exhausting. And I was so nervous about letting the crowd down. I held it for so long and I was tuning into so many different people. And they were like, you shouldn't have done that. Probably 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm like, oh no, I was getting. So I like to give. And it was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. And I hope I do the beautiful messages justice. But it won't be just a mediumship event. It'll be a psychic event as well. So it won't be just tuning into past over loved ones and getting messages. I'll actually be doing some, you know, future predictions for you guys. So just because you may not want to necessarily connect with a past over loved one, you might have an interest in what the future holds. So you can come with a question and we can do that in front of everyone, as long as you're happy for everyone to know. Yeah. Good night, Shami. Lots of love. Love the evil eye there. That's beautiful. We're going to do one more for a fui, and then I'm going to call it a night too. Okay, a fui. Am I saying that right? I hope. Oh, okay. So just say A. Is that okay? A. The Hermit. I love the imagery in this card. The Hermit. How beautiful is that? It's like a Tibetan monk with all of the prayer flags there. Yeah. So the Hermit is quite literally a message coming through about the need for solitude, the need to withdraw, the need to go inwards and looking after yourself and really reprioritizing, looking at, how you're doing your work, how you're doing your personal life, what is going on in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your soul, and how do you really work with that? How do I get to know me and do me and look after me in order for me to enter and continue to be present in this world? So maybe there's a real transformation going on here. Yeah, very much. And that's okay. Yeah. Especially if any Cancerians get the Hermit card. That's kind of like their major arcana as far as I'm concerned. There's one other, but the Chariot. But the Hermit's a really big deal. Yeah. That's a really big deal. It's time to just look after you. Give yourself the permission slip to kind of just chill out, be home, be wherever you need to be. You don't have to socialize all that much. Just be with yourself, but allow yourself to go through the necessary emotions, the thoughts, the process, whatever it is, and however long it takes. That's the time for you. It's nice. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I am Missy Rivers, professional psychic medium. As you know, my website is missyrivers.com. You can book me in for a session. We can do phone, we can do Zoom, we can do in person, depending on your location in the world. And we can also do email readings as well, where I actually film the video, the reading, put it on YouTube as an unlisted link, and actually send it off to you so you can watch it at your leisure in your jammies or your cool socks. I'm so grateful for you guys. I might do a few more of these in the next couple of weeks to see how I go with time. And sending you lots of love. Good night. And please, please, please move forward with this in your mind, that you are being very careful about what you are investing in. Person, time, situation, all of that. Time and energy, invaluable investments, making sure that you're doing really well with that stuff. Treat it like it's the most valuable thing you have, because it literally is. Yeah. Spending lots of time with your family, can't go wrong. People who fill up your cups, can't go wrong. Looking after yourself, you can't go wrong. Okay, good night, guys. Lots of love to you all, beautiful people. Dennis says, thank you so much. It was lovely to see you. I'll be back for another reading. Beautiful. Good night, beautiful people.